Among his last words, Louis Riel wrote, "My people will sleep for 100 years, but when they awake, it'll be the artists who give them their spirit back." Today, I believe he would write that the Métis Nation has not only begun to stir, but it's alive and well.
We all love Batoche.
Incredible to see all the fiddlers, musicians, dancers. I just had to come back. Last year I only was there for one day, and this year I wanted to see it all.
And watching all the people, how happy they are that they're Métis, like all the sashes, the Métis regalia, and it's beautiful to see.
Well, meeting old friends and making new friends for sure. And of course all the cultural activities, the music, song and dance, and we dance. I like to dance, so we dance.
Back to Batoche Days features square dancing, jigging, and fiddle competitions, plus evening concerts with performances from some of the finest musicians the Métis Nation has to offer, including the legendary Ray St. Germain, and the Seaweed Band. It's also about tasting some of the finest Métis food, shopping for traditional clothing from local artisans. The carriage races are always exciting and a big attraction. Plus, back once again after a 15-year hiatus, the action-packed fastball tournament.
And so as we celebrate back to Batoche Days, we do our cultural activities, we do our sporting activities, but for me the most important thing is when we come to this gravesite and honor the people that went before us.
Métis National Council President Clément Chartier says it's important that youth are encouraged to participate in all of the activities at Batoche, including taking in the annual commemorative ceremony and prayer service. This year's procession to the mass gravesite was led by young Alberta fiddler Brianna Lizotte.
We always have to remember where we come from, our history, in regards to the resistance, in regards to the people that have lost their lives because of the belief of the Métis Nation has a right to its own government, has a right to land harvesting, and the list goes on.
If you don't talk about who you are, your language, your identity, and where you come from, it's hard to go forward. So it's so important to connect with the land, connect with our history, connect with Batoche, connect with Parks Canada, because our stories are there. When we go to the graveyard on Sundays, we reconnect with Gabriel Dumont, we connect with those who fought.
It's really cool to see more young people coming, and the Métis government's really putting resources into bringing young people, which is really important.
Mitch Case says a growing youth presence at Batoche is not only key to the future of the annual event, but it gives them an opportunity to meet the leaders, honor elders, and show their respect for veterans.
The Métis Nation of Ontario, the relationship, probably the strongest relationship that we have as young people is with our veterans and with the Veterans Council, and they have been such overwhelming supporters of us as young people, and I think we as Métis youth owe it to our veterans to support them, right?
Batoche is a great avenue for veterans to reunite as retired soldiers and as Métis from across the homeland.
When we do get together, we always end up knowing different people, or we've served on the same dirt, and we all know what's happened together. So there is no separate boundaries when it comes to Métis veterans, but getting us together is a great thing that should happen more often.
For others, Back to Batoche Days presents an opportunity to set aside the everyday challenges and to honor the milestones which are helping shape the future of the Métis Nation.
We're very excited about the future of the Métis settlements. We're into a new era right now, and new age, and so it's time we start bringing our youth up and making sure that our youth are getting the proper training so they can carry on the work that we're doing today. So we're looking forward to that.
Even the Honourable Carolyn Bennett got into the spirit of Batoche by going for a canoe ride with a group of youth, and no doubt taking away lasting memories that she and the young Métis will cherish for years to come. Batoche also saw an historic signing of a framework agreement, which will spark the beginning of discussions to close socio-economic gaps, address land claims in the northwest and around Batoche, and edge closer toward reconciliation.
And we'll have a team of people, of experts, to be able to help us and support us as we move forward. But there is a lot of information out there that our Métis people have that can be used to be able to argue that point of why we say that this is our land and we have every right to be able to be a part of it, own it, and that's the work that ahead of us, and we'll gladly be more happy as the days go by, the years go by, when we can come to Batoche and it is our land.
We're making great strides. There's a lot of work to do, but we're making great strides, so I'm proud of that.
As you know, there's a lot of history here in these lands, going back years and years, and in fact that history continues even today with the signings of the MOUs that were done earlier this morning. So again, it's a great honor to be here this weekend and to be part of that.
We rode with Riel, we went through the whole rebellion, then we ended up in northern Alberta hiding from the government, and we've been there ever since. And that's what we are. Batoche brings us back to our traditions, to our culture, to our roots. It really cements in firmly here in the ground that who we are as Métis.
From the music to the dancing, the annual procession to the Batoche gravesite, the historic signings, and the excitement of the Voyageur Games and much more. If Back to Batoche festivities in 2018 are any indication, then in a few short years, as the 50th anniversary arrives, a monumental celebration is surely at hand for the Métis Nation.